Day 29, video 29, and a little over 100 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the love. Thank you so much for helping me reach 100 subscribers, which is my first milestone. I really appreciate you guys for spending your time to watch my videos. You know, some of them are pretty long and you spend your time to watch it. Thank you for the likes, for the shares, and for the comments. I've only been receiving positive comments so far on this channel, and I really appreciate it. The day I created this channel, I challenged myself to be making videos daily for the first 1 month, and today is the 29th day, which means I have only 2 more days to complete this challenge, and after that my upload schedule will change. I really appreciate the love and the support so far. Thank you very much. So guys, welcome to part 3 of our color grading challenge. We are still on our color grading challenge. If you are new, if this is the first time you are coming across this channel, then this is the 3rd episode of the color grading challenge. I have this mini challenge that I'm doing where I challenge myself to color grade a picture using just complementary colors color palette. So far we've done 2 episodes already. We worked with teal and orange. That was the first video. We've worked with blue and yellow. That was the second video. That's yesterday's video. And in today's video we'll be playing with greens and reds because they are opposite each other in the color wheel. They'll be kind of muted, not really vibrant and loud green and red. If this is the first time you are watching this video in this series, I'll advise you to go and watch the first 2 after this one so that you get to understand it fully well, because I really took time to explain a lot of things in those 2 episodes that I won't really explain in this episode. So to mark my 100 subscribers milestone, I'm going to be doing a full retouch. Like, I'm going to show you guys from beginning to end of me retouching a picture. I've not done that so far since I started this channel. I've only been doing parts, skin toning separate and stuff. So this one will be a full editing video, and that means it's going to be pretty long, so be prepared, but I'll make sure it's not boring. So without further ado, let's begin. Welcome to Photoshop, guys. I'm going to be editing this awesome picture by an amazing photographer. His name is Cara. I'll leave a link to his IG down there in the description box so that you can go check him out and give him a follow. He's an awesome photographer, and as you can see, this image is like really good. I really love this picture. Like, it's so good. So this is the picture we'll be editing from start to finish using the green and red color palette. And why I really choose that color palette is because, as you can see in this picture, those colors are present, the green and the green and the red. Because this video is going to be long, I'm going to speed up a huge percentage of it, and that way it won't be too long and boring. So I'm going to speed up some part and try not to talk too much. So the first thing we are going to do is just to do the basic adjustment, like the white balance, the exposure and stuff like that, to get it to where we want. And then I'm going to do the color grading the way I normally do. You can go watch the other 2 videos so that you really see me explain how I do the color grading. So let me stop talking and just get straight into it. As you can see, when he was exposing for this picture, I'm sure he exposed for the highlight. That's why everything is so good, like the highlight is not blown out. So in order to get the picture to look good, I need to raise the the shadow so that I can still see some part of the pictures that are dark. Okay, then I also increase the exposure a little. I think that's it for my basic adjustment. This is before, this is after. You notice the white balance was like really low, like it was on the cool side, so I raised it up for it to look warmer. So the next thing I'm going to do now, okay, let me do something I always fail to do when I'm supposed to, is to enable this profile correction so that it will get rid of the vignette that comes with the lens. Just something you should be doing when you are editing your pictures. So I think with that done, yeah, that's it. So before, after, the vignette that came with the lens has been gotten rid of. So the next thing now is to go straight into my color grading. So as I told you guys before, I'm going to be dealing with just two colors, the reds and the greens. So I'll desaturate almost every other thing and then adjust them to where I want them to be. Now for the greens, I'll just take them I'll make everything really green, as you can see, but I also make it muted. To get it to be muted, I'll bring down the saturation. I noticed that there were some colors in the white top she's wearing that after I desaturated it just changed the color of the top, so I'll just bring back those colors. Those are the blues, the purples and the aqua. So I think I'll just bring them back. Let me see. I'll bring them down here, then when I'm doing the final color grade in Photoshop, I'll add them back. But these are my settings so far. So for my highlights here in my split toning, I'll add some for my highlight I'll add some reds, just a little, and then for my shadows I'll add some greens, very mild. Then I'll add some vignette again, mild vignette. So this is before. Let me show you guys before, after. Let me bring up the exposure a little bit more. Okay, this is before and this is after. So we've got our colors to be where we want and we've gotten the exposure to be where we want. I'm not really sure of the tint, but I think around 20 is okay. So now I'm going to do what I told you guys about in the previous picture. The skin tones here is not like perfect for me because I've messed around with the colors. So I'll open the image again, get rid of the color grade so that it won't affect the skin, and then mask it out in Photoshop. So let's do that. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to bring down the temperature and the tint. That way the skin tone will really pop, because I noticed skin tones look better when they are cooler. So let me show you the before. This is before and this is now. So if I increase the vibrance of the overall picture and then maybe the exposure just a little bit more, see that the skin tone we have is much better than the one we had before. So I open the picture again and then mask out just the skin so that we have that natural skin tone. I'm going to quickly mask out the skin, and if you don't know how to make selections in Photoshop, I made a separate video on it. I'll drop a link to it down there in the comment section. You can also check my channel for it. So I've made selection of only the skin. Let me just get rid of the hair here. Okay, you can now see that I've made selection of only the skin. So I'll just feather it, let it be 10 pixels. then create a mask here. Now this mask, as you can see, has made the skin to now look more natural. So you can see looks better now, although the background remains the way it was from the color grade. So let me toggle so that you can see only the, then let me turn it off. You see, so what it looks like now, much better. So I'm now going to create a new layer on top of this, and if we look at this picture is really good already, so there's very little we can do here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go straight into skin retouching. She has a really nice skin already, so I shouldn't be doing too much, just a little skin retouch and it will be okay. So I'm going to use frequency separation for my skin retouch. That is what I normally use. I'm using the mixer brush tool for the brushing. If you don't know how to do this, then you should just look it up on YouTube. Like, there are 1,000 tutorials on it. Okay, that's it for the skin smoothing. As you can see, she has a very nice skin already, and the lighting is really soft, so everything is just so lovely. I didn't really like do much. Let me show you. This is before, this is after. It's not like a beauty image that you have to really like retouch because it's close up. So what I'm going to do now is to use my clone stamp to work on the high frequency layer and get rid of some, pimples and anything on the face. Okay, I'm done with my skin retouching. I'm done with the blemishes removal and the skin softening. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to dodge and burn, which would give the skin more dimension. So I'm going to just run my dodge and burn action, which will create some curves layers for me to use and do the dodging and burning. Okay, so I always use this black and white layer. This is it, just the black and white adjustment tool here. Then I'll bring down the reds and the yellows so that the colors won't distract me when I'm doing the dodge and burn. Then I'll dodge and actually burn the image with the help of the black and white layer. That way I can see what is in the highlight and what is in the shadow. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring down my flow to 1%. I'm going to turn off the frequency separation. That way I can really see how the light was like on her face originally. Then I'll go ahead and do the dodging and burning. So dodge and burn is all about brightening the bright part of the skin and darkening the dark part of the skin or picture. That way there will be more depth and dimension in the skin and picture. Like most of the time when people finish retouching, the image always look very flat and boring. So when you dodge and burn, the image will actually come alive and look more 3D and realistic. So you get to see it when I'm done with the dodge and burn. Okay, let me show you what we've done so far. This is before, this is after. I know the dodge on the forehead is like really heavy, so I'll just bring that down a little bit more because that's not how the face was naturally. So another thing I'd like to say is that it helps if you have a basic understanding of the human anatomy. That way you get to know how the bone is structured in the human body, because when you get to understand the bone structure, you get to understand how light acts on the human being, like where there will be highlight and shadow. Like if you take out your hand, you notice that there are some places that the light will touch and it will be bright, and the other places that will be dark. So when you are dodging and burning, you brighten the part that is bright and darken the part that is dark. So that's it for this image. I think I'm almost done. Let me just go through it and fix anything that I may have messed up. Okay, as you can see, I drew too much attention to her forehead, so that's what I'm fixing, and I think I'm done. We have a very good retouch here. Like, I could go on and on and on, but this is a video that I don't want to keep you guys like on the retouch part for like forever. So that's where we have gotten to in our retouch. After I do like the overall retouch, another thing I like doing is to like go in and do some detailed. The one I just finished is called Global Dodge and Burn. So the next thing I do is to like go in and just add or take away some things from the picture. What I mean is like the eyes. Now if you have a close look at it, notice that she has very beautiful eyes, but you can barely see the eyes. So I'll just brighten the eyes so that it will be more visible even from afar. This other eye is covered by the hair, so I won't do anything with that. Then I also darken her eyelashes and her eyebrow a little bit. Same thing here. Then I'll just add a little highlight to the lips. And then I'll burn these other parts. So let's see the before and after. This is before and this is after. I see her eyes is more like visible from afar. So I'll just do that one more time. And now even from here you can see her eyes. So I'll just bring down the opacity of that group so that it won't be over the board, and I think we are good. Let me delete this helper. This is before, this is after. I love the result. So another thing I'm going to do is to dodge and burn the background. I'm still going to do it on this layer. I'm not supposed to, but I'm just going to do it. So there are different ways of drawing attention to your subject. So one of the ways is using colors, making the foreground color more vibrant than the background color, or making your subject the brightest part of the image. So if you notice this image here, the background here is like very bright. So when you are looking at the picture, your attention doesn't only go to the model, it also goes to that tree. So I'm going to like darken that part so that your attention won't be that much on the background. So I'm just going to burn that part of the background. Okay, so let me now show you the before and after. You see, everything is bright, everything is on the same luminosity level, but now I've darkened the background and your attention is more on the model. So that's one way of drawing attention to your subject aside from the colors. There are many ways, but that's just one of the ways. So I'll just do it a little bit more, but endeavor not to make it too much. Now I'm going to zoom in and dodge and burn the hair just a little bit. So why I'm not taking too much time on the retouch is that this is not like a close-up portrait, as you can see. So when you upload it online, people will barely see all the small details that you spent so much time refining. Unless they're uploading it on your website or somewhere people will see it in full resolution, then you are probably wasting your time retouching, like giving like spending too much time retouching a portrait like this. So the best thing is just take out the obvious things and leave the ones that when people don't view it in full resolution they won't get to see. So that's just what I'm doing with this image. If this was a close-up portrait, then I'll probably take way longer to edit. So this is where we are at. Before, after, before, after, before, after. So I think I'm satisfied with that. After I said I'm satisfied, I still keep on going to tweak a few things here and there. That's just how I am. It's very hard to be like completely satisfied with a picture. Let me just fix a few more things. Okay, as you can see, I'm not perfect, so I keep making mistakes here and there, and when I notice them I always go back to fix them. So I think I'm done once and for all. Next thing I'm going to do now is to whiten the eye. It's just something that is more of an habit. My eyes are already good, but I'll just whiten it a little bit more. So I run my eye whitening action, increase my brush flow to like 5, or okay, let me keep it at 9, and then just whiten the eye. So this is before, this is after. I'm good with the results. Next step is the skin toning. Yeah, so I'll make a selection of only our skin and then mask it to this layer so that anything I change will affect only the skin. Just use the quick mask tool to just brush in these other parts, since it will be hard selecting it with the quick selection tool. Okay, I have my selection of the skin. I'm now going to just feather it. Let me feather it by 5 and then create the mask. Then let me go ahead and do my skin toning. In case you are new to this channel, I already have a lot of videos on skin toning, so I won't be explaining everything here. You can go watch them. There are a lot of them on my channel. Okay, this is the skin tone I'm happy with. I made it much warmer. Let me show you. This is before and after. So I'm going to work on the mask again, some part of the hair and some things I didn't take out. So I'm going to take out the eyes. Normally I always take out the eyes and the lips when I'm skin toning. I don't know why I forgot, so I'll just take that out. Get rid of the hairs here because I noticed the skin toning is affecting them. So I'll just use the brush tool and using the black brush, like changing the foreground color to black, I'll be able to brush out just that part. Let me show you now. See, it's gone. So that's it for the skin toning. The next thing I'm going to play with a little is the hair. So I'll just make a selection of the hair. Let me go back to this solid layer down here. Let me make a selection of the hair. That didn't go well, so let me use the quick mask tool to just brush in the hair. Okay guys, I'm done with my mask. That is the mask I'm going to use for the hair. So I'll bring in my selective color adjustment layer. Let me rename it to hair. I'll go to the blacks, or let me just go to the neutrals channel. Okay, so let's see. Before and after, we made the hair look a little bit more golden. So just reduce the saturation by 2. Let me put it in a group and call it hair. We're almost there. Let me see, where are we now? We are very close. Let's see how far we've come. This is before, after. So now we'll go to the color grading. I'm going to select the skin. Okay, I just realized that that mask that I created earlier on for the lips and eyes didn't really apply. So let me do that again. It's very, very important. Okay, so the mask is now applied. So I'm going to make a selection of the background. by inverting this mask. Okay, so that's only the background without the skin. Let me also take out the hair. Okay, let me not worry about the hair. Let me take out the hair so that the effect will not affect the hair. So now I've made a selection without the hair and the skin. I'm now going to run my color grading action, which will create my normal pile of layers that I use for color grading. The mask was attached to this first layer, but I'll take it up here. Okay, let me delete this gradient map layer. I don't always use it. So now everything we do will affect everything in the picture except the skin and the hair. So let's go ahead to color grade. Okay, so this is where we are at right now. It's close to where we want to be. The only thing I want to do now is just select this shot here and increase the saturation of it, because I've desaturated it already, and in order for it to really fit into our color palette, I need to saturate it again so that it will just so that it will be the outstanding color. So this is what the color grade did. It took it from here to here. I really muted most of the colors. Even this shot, I still feel I should adjust the rate so that it's still present in the image but doesn't draw your attention that much. So what I'm going to do now is to merge everything together. I'll now open it in Camera Raw filter again. This is always the last stage of my color grading. I'll lift the shadows so that we can see more details. Then I'll just play around with the highlights because I want that to stand out. Let me see the saturation. I'll just increase the vibrance by 5. I'll now go to vignette, add some vignette. This is before Camera Raw. This is after Camera Raw. You can see your attention really goes to the model once you look at the picture. Look at before. Everything is on the same luminosity level. Now your attention goes to the model. I'm going to add vignette again. I really love adding vignettes in my pictures. Then I'll bring down the opacity. me see. I'll add a levels layer just to increase the contrast. Yeah, so you see what we did with the gradient. The gradient took away the attention from every other part of the image and draws your attention to the face of the model. Same with the contrast that we just added with the levels layer. And at this point, I think I'm really satisfied with the result. Let me just open this our Adobe color themes so that we can see if we met our color palette. Okay, so this was our target and this is where we are at. Let me extend it. Yep, I think we've got it. This is the reds and this is the green, and every other thing that was in the image that was distracting has been gotten rid of. I don't want to get rid of this. Let me just try getting rid of it. Let me go to my hue and saturation, pick this color and then desaturate it. Then I'll invert it and use the brush to brush like just that part so that it will affect only that part. So let's see what it looks like now. Before, after. Another thing I really want to do is these highlights at the back here and over here. They are really distracting to me. So I'll go to select under white. I'll pull it in like to this direction. Let me see if it's really effective. Yeah. Then I'll invert it again. Use the brush tool, the brush and just this highlight, because it's really drawing a lot of attention, even the one here at the back. It's adding that weird red color, so let me change that a little bit. Let me make it, yep, then where's the red? Okay, so let's see the two tweaks that we made right now. This is before, this is after the tweaks. Now let's see the overall before and after. This is before. Wow, the difference is now like clear. You can see how much the change in color contrast and luminosity has really made the model stand out of the picture. Wow, that's a huge difference. Let me now open the like actual before picture straight out of camera. This is the straight out of camera before, and this is our finished picture. I hope you love the final look. If you do, give this video a thumbs up. I hope you learned a lot of things because this video is long. Like my PC is really slow when it records the video, so I had to really like go through the pain of using a slow system just to record it for you guys. I'll drop a link to the photographer and the model's Instagram down there in the description section. Thanks so much for watching. If you are new to this channel, click on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. If you have any question, drop it down there in the comment section. If you have any suggestion, also drop it down there in the comment section. Thank you once again for 1,000 subs. Thank you once again for 100 subscribers, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.